Hey squad, welcome back. If you've been watching my channel recently, you'll see that I've been dropping some really cool old school funk and soul DJ sets. And if you're into that kind of vibe, make sure you check out the link right here or the links in the description. Now you connoisseurs might be asking yourself, how does he get his music to sound so loud and punchy? Many of the songs I include in the sets are lifted from vinyl albums, CDs, or old school 7-inch singles. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I'm able to remaster these recordings so that they have the punch and the energy to deliver in our much louder world today. So let's dive in. You may or may not know that those songs which were recorded in the 70s and 80s have a massive difference in loudness compared to the powerful pumping sounds produced today. And now this is because of something called the loudness wars, which in simple terms means over the last 5 or so decades, record labels have been competing with each other to try and outdo one another in terms of the loudness of their productions. Back in the 70s, 80s and a good part of the 90s, all of the songs you would hear were recorded to analog tape and then pressed to vinyl and then later to CD. And the technology back then just did not exist to give us the dynamic range compression that we get nowadays. So the song I'm going to use for this demonstration is taken from one of my favorite smooth jazz artists, Kenny G, and the song itself is called Hi How You Doing, and it's lifted from his 1983 album entitled G-Force. So we've captured our song and it's right here in Logic Pro. So let me give you a quick taste of what we're working with. I hope she smiles, but I ain't got time to wonder, how you doing? Hey, be mine tonight. I want girl so much to love you. Come on, darling. Okay, so this is one of the loudest parts of the song, as you can see right here from the waveform. As well, if you look over here on the meters, everything's at unity gain, 0 dB, and you can see the levels are peaking at -9 decibels. So of course, it's well below the sort of standards that we'd be accustomed to listening to. There are a number of things you can do, one of which is you could normalize the production and it will bring up the overall level, but the extra sauce, the extra spice that I'm going to be adding to this, normalization is not going to do the trick. So here's how we're going to do it. Over here on the channel strip, we've got 4 plugins. Let's have a quick look. First of all, we've got the Waves Key Detector. Secondly, we've got the Waves IM Pusher. Then of course, we've got one of my favorite Waves plugins. In fact, one of my favorite plugins of all time, and that's the Waves L3 Ultramaximizer. And of course, we've got Logic's channel EQ, simply to monitor what's going on with the energy levels as well as what's happening in terms of frequency. So now I've done videos on the IM Pusher before, as well as on the L3 Ultramaximizer. You definitely want to check these out if you're interested in the mastering process when you've completed your production, or if you're a DJ, just like what I'm showing you here, and if you want to enhance the tone and the energy in the songs that you're going to be playing. Anyway, let's start off with the key detector. This is a fantastic little widget that enables you to be able to detect the key that a song is actually played in. So we're going to reset right here, and as you can see, the plugin is waiting for audio. So let's play back the audio. I hope she smiles, but I ain't got time to wonder, how you doing? Hey, be mine tonight. I want girl so much to... There you go. It's detected that our song is in D minor. That's really handy for a number of reasons, but the key reason why we're using it right now is because over here, when using the IM Pusher, setting the key of the song in this plugin makes a hell of a lot of difference in terms of the harmonic content. So let's reset this back to the default setting, full reset right here. And this is what you'd get when you first open up the plugin. Make sure you check this one out. Links will be in the description for all of the plugins I'm demonstrating right here. Now, the preset I tend to start with for this type of job would be this one right here. If we come down to mastering and we go to high focus, click on that. And we've got a few things enabled and a couple disabled, okay? And of course, for every song, every piece of material you're going to be working with, you want to tune it according to what you're hearing and not just run with the presets. The presets are a great starting point, but use your ears. As I've always said, it's all about what you're hearing, okay? So this for me is a nice starting point. Now, if we come down here, and you'd see slightly grayed out down here is in terms of the low frequency adjustment parameters, that's switched out. So we want to switch that in. And if we were to click here, in fact, click this drop down, you can choose the different key that we're working in. And I'm going to go for D2. Let's set the bass there at D2. For this sort of era, a D2 tuning is just right. Now, rather than breaking down all of the component parts to this, you need to check out the video where I go into more detail. Suffice to say that I am going to switch on the body parameter. I'm going to add some body and I'm going to mess with some of these up here. Let's have a listen to what we're getting when we switch this in and when we bypass. The other thing is that I don't need the key detector anymore, so let's switch that out. All we want switched on right now is the IM pusher. Okay, so already you're hearing some changes. Let's bring in the EQ so we can see the change in terms of the boosts in frequencies as we lift some of these things up. You can hear a clear drop off in the low end when I bypass this IM pusher. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I did mess with this earlier to come up with a setting that I believe worked for this particular song. So we're going to start with the bypass signal and then we're going to bring this in and you'll hear the transformation of the track. So much brighter, so much cleaner, and so much more feel. Okay, now that's just using these settings just here. I've got the push function switched on and it's set to limit, but I'm not really doing much with it. If it was working, you'd see some gain reduction just here. We're going to be doing the limiting over here on the L3 Ultramaximizer. So let's switch that in, and I'm aiming for an out ceiling of about minus 0.3, 0.4 decibels. We're going to be monitoring what's going on over here on the logic channel EQ. Again, for this type of job, I would probably go for something like extreme analog. I like the tonal qualities that this particular algorithm gives me. Anyway, let's run the track and start to adjust the threshold so we can get that loudness and that punch following the EQ and harmonic changes that we've added over here.
smiles, but I ain't got time to wonder.
What a huge difference just a couple of plugins makes. Remember, when you have tools like this in your arsenal, you only need to get them once. The principle will always be the same. If you want to enhance your audio, you use something like the iron pusher. If you want to give more punch, more energy, more drive to your signal, then you use something like the L3 Ultramaximizer. Now this is just one method I use, which is quick and easy that you can use. I'm going to make a couple more videos showing some more of my plugin chains that I use, especially when I want to maintain that old school analog flavor, and those will be coming real soon. Finally, let's do one more A/B so you can hear the clear distinction between the original unmastered song and the remastered song. I'll be dropping more of these types of mastering videos coming up real soon. So until then, I'm Deuce, I'm out, peace.
See that lady?